Okay, thanks.
Okay, we are live. All right, Laura.
Hi, everyone. It's Laura and Brooke here for our Legal Talk Tuesdays. Today's March 5th, and we're here to talk to you about technology a little bit today. Why MVL is a better fit for you. So we just got back from 4 days in Chicago for a legal technology conference. We go every year. Shout out to my partner, Brooke, who got appointed to the board for planning the next 3 years. It's a big honor, so that's really exciting because it's a national conference with the American Bar Association. But today we're going to talk to you a little bit about some of the technology that we use to make your life easier, make your experience with your attorney a lot easier and more simplified because we use that technology. A lot of it we learned about at the tech show in the past. Sometimes we just kind of research things. So today we're going to talk about what technology we actually use, and we're going to talk about the reasons that it makes life easier for you when communicating with your attorney and going through whatever issue that you have, whether it's litigation, whether like in courts, or whether it's just kind of, helping your family with estate planning or business issues that you have, business needs that you have. We're going to highlight the fact that you don't necessarily even need a computer to work with your attorney here at MyVirtual.Lawyer. Everything that we use, you can access from your smartphone. So just keep that in mind too. Computer is, always helpful because it's a little bit of a bigger screen, but everything that you do with your attorney here at MyVirtual.Lawyer, you can also use your smartphone for.
Right, and Laura's being a little modest. She gave me a shout out. Laura also was named 2019 class of Women of Legal Tech at Tech Show. So there was a lot of peopling going on for us at Tech Show this year and a lot of really awesome things happening. But like Laura said, we really like to make the relationship with you smooth. We like it to be convenient, and technology is a big part of that. So when you're starting a relationship with us, the very first thing that you will do, whether you go in through our website or you call our answering service, you're going to have somebody help you get on our calendar or put yourself on our calendar. And we use a tool called Acuity Scheduling, and we're able to show you our calendar. So you can go on and look and see what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and schedule around your time. And you put your information in there so we know why you're there, we know who you are, and whenever you're scheduled for your call at your convenience, we give you a call and start from there. So we also do any intake questions that way too, and Laura's going to talk a little bit about how we get those to you. But we have a whole intake section that you can either do through your mobile device. You can do it on your cell phone, your iPad, you can do it online, but we do our intake questions electronically too, so you're able to sit down and fill those out and complete all those and get back any questions we have on your own time.
Exactly. And a lot of what we do, including those intake questions, is through what we call our practice management software. You don't need to know that. You might remember the name of the tool that we use right now, which is called Practice Panther. It's a fun name. And we utilize this tool as kind of the hub of everything that you do with your attorney. So after that initial phone conversation that we have with you, just, to talk about your issue and see if we're a good fit for you as attorneys here at MyVirtual.Lawyer, then we communicate and we do everything else through Practice Panther, which is our hub for all of our communications. We're going to talk about a few things that we do through the Practice Panther. You'll get an invitation, basically, an email invitation to create your own login to what we call a client portal. That client portal will be everything that you do inside Practice Panther. All of your communications, all of your messages, all of your document sharing. And so you can communicate anytime with us, share documents anytime, and it's super secure. If you think about the news and all of these hacking scandals of these, these jerks that are out there that are holding things hostage, like at hospitals and at law firms, the great thing about using Practice Panther for all of our messaging and all of our communication is it's super secure. So email is not that secure, especially when you're using Google-based or just really honestly any of them, unless you're doing something fancy to make it difficult to open, then it's not super secure. So everything that we do with you is through that secure messaging client portal. So that's a big thing. The client portal, Practice Panther, it's kind of a fun name. And then sharing documents, we use something called Box.com. I think probably a lot of you have heard of other services that help you kind of organize and store large amounts of documents. But Practice Panther is it's kind of seamless integration with Box.com. So we can share the documents that we create for you. You can share text messages, screenshots, documents that you need to send to us. But again, remember, all of that is secure, and all of those communications you can do from, like Brooke said, either your smartphone, your iPad, we keep talking Apple products because both of us use Macs, but any of the kind of tablet devices that you have, along with just regular internet on a computer.
Right. And so within Practice Panther, I mentioned very briefly that we do a lot of automation for the intake. We also do some internal automation, which makes things more efficient for you. And we're able to provide our service to you at a quicker turnaround than most law firms. But because we utilize technology, because we automate, does not mean that we take the human component out of it. So your documents are going to still be drafted, reviewed, personalized by an Arkansas licensed attorney. As part of that, human error, a lot of times in law firms, you're having to work off of documents that are either pre-prepared or you're passing it off to someone else. Here at MyVirtual.Lawyer, we're able to do all of that. And so we can automate where we can, save time, get things to you, and also make sure that your information is correct because you're the one who put the information in there. And so we're pulling information from you. And then we also have a system in place to where when these documents are ready, we give you the opportunity to review them, not only to make sure that all of your information has been inputted correctly, but to let us know if there is anything in there that we didn't understand or that you would like crafted a different way. So it's really a personalized experience, even though we are automated a lot.
Exactly. And just to kind of piggyback on that a little bit, reducing that human error is really important because think about how many times somebody's misspelled your name or maybe mixed up the numbers in your street address. So those are the types of things that Brooke mentioned we automate where we can. It's for those things that don't necessarily need to be personalized and drafted, written by an attorney. Just that way it makes it a little bit easier. You won't, your address won't be 2513. It'll be 5132. So, whatever it might need to be, that just takes some of that oversight, out of the mix.
Well, and you're also not, we're not billing by the hour, and Laura will talk about that in a minute, but, it's also a lot of times your documents are either going to be drafted by an attorney or drafted by a paralegal or someone in the office, and you're paying for the time that it takes them to do that. And so, that's something that you have to consider too when you're considering your budget for your legal matter as well. How long is your attorney spending actually drafting your documents, and what's that cost you?
Exactly. And here, because we automate certain things, you're only, using our time for the actual legal words and the legal language as opposed to just typing in your address and things like that. Right. So like we mentioned, talk about payments and how MyVirtual.Lawyer collects our fees, how we charge you for the legal work that we do for you. Again, that's something that we use with technology. We use online payment system, and right now we're using LawPay, which is kind of a national technology tool that allows lawyers and law firms to collect, again, very secure, collect your credit card information, your debit card information, so that we can have you pay online instead of you having to mail a check in or pay with cash or whatever it might be, if you're used to that with a traditional law firm. So we don't charge an hourly fee, like Brooke said. We believe in flat fee. That way you can budget for whatever issue that you have that you need to hire an attorney for. So we're flat fee based. That way you know exactly there's no hidden fees. That way you know exactly what you're going to pay when you sign a contract with us to be your attorney. You don't have to be worried about every time you